Hey guys, it's Shamanic Arawak Priestess here, and if you hear like something brewing in the background, it's because I'm making my nighttime tea, some chamomile tea, and rose tea. So I don't buy like teas that come in packages or in tea bags. I actually brew like loose herbs and make my own teas with fresh herbs and stuff like that. One, I just like the taste better, and I like making my own teas. I used to buy them from Tivana, but they're pretty pricey. So I just started making my own blends and buying the loose herbs. It's cheaper. And I like it because less waste. So you're not throwing away cardboard and some of the plastic that comes in the tea packages and stuff. So I feel like it's better for the environment. I don't know. I just like it. Anyway, so that's what you're hearing in the background. I always have a nice cup of tea before I go to bed. But I wanted to make a quick video since all the kids are sleeping and it's pretty quiet in the house. Because as you know, sometimes even if I'm not working, it gets kind of hard to make videos when you have four kids and two younger ones and the one that still doesn't go to school and the TV's going or kids arguing or just the regular daily hustle and bustle. So it's not always easy to make videos when it's like noisy. So I figured before I went to bed, I would make a video that I've been wanting to make for a long time now. This is more of a viewer request video response. I had a client a while ago, one of my lovely subscribers, um, wanted to know, how do you know if you need a ritual? So how do you know if you need to perform a ritual or if you need a ritual done on you, um, basically? Because I do mention that I am a shaman and I'm the second initiation now, so like a higher level now. Like I do that in my practice. My practice is mostly psychic readings, but I do perform rituals on a select client base, more word of mouth, that kind of thing. Because not everybody needs rituals done. Not everyone needs someone to do workings for them. That's not something that everyone needs. So the way that you would know if you need a ritual. Okay, so I'm going to speak from my own personal experience. There are certain signs that one may need a ritual performed on them. And one of those signs may be, so let's say you're running into just an unnatural stroke of bad luck. It just feels like everything's going wrong. No matter what you do, it's just not working. And you just feel like, I just feel like someone gave me the evil eye. Like, there's just no explanation why I have a good job. I can't retain money. I'm not misspending it. Why just so many things keep happening? Like, it's just when it rains, it pours. Like, yes, in life, there's going to be times that things suck and bad things happen. But if it's happening to a point where you feel like there's no relief and you've tried everything, you've prayed, you've tried to light candles in your home, you've tried to take care of the physical and mundane things, and it just feels like nothing is going right. That can be a sign that you need some type of road opening, some type of healing perform on yourself. The way that I would determine this is I'm just speaking for myself. So it might mean that you may need to seek outside assistance. So you might go to a root worker. Now, the way that I work is that before I do anything, before I light a candle, before I agree to do anything for anybody, one of the things, this is the way I was taught, this is the way I was raised, there always has to be a consultation done before any work is performed. I respect the spirits that I serve and the spirits that work with me. Um, and so, out of that respect, I will do a reading, and my spirits will give me a picture of your situation. The spirits will basically let me know if there is like some type of spiritual work that needs to be performed on your behalf. They would tell me. But just because a person may need spiritual work done on their behalf does not necessarily mean I will do it for you. And this is why. Um, you could be having a negative cycle in your life. Let's say someone is doing something against you, or it could be because you went and dabbled into something that you didn't have any idea about and you opened certain doors, right? Um, and then you need to close said doors. Now, if my spirits are like, yes, you need this person needs work done, but they're just gonna keep dabbling in things and they're gonna keep opening doors and stuff. My spirits might tell me, I don't want you to help that person because you're gonna take on all this negative energy. Remember, I do have 4 children. And when you're doing a ritual for someone, at least when a shaman heals a person, they're taking on the energy, all that negative energy. I'm taking it on for you. And then I'm going to release it, right? So that causes things in my body. Like sometimes when I do a ritual for a person, that could literally make me so tired for a whole day, a whole 24 hours of me just being exhausted, and maybe me not being able to read a client that day or something like that, because I have to literally recuperate for a whole day. That's why my rituals are done on certain days of the week for that reason. And I do have to charge for that because, I'm doing the work, I'm taking on energies, and I may not be able to work the next day. It may also require me to do things outside of the healing. So I may need to do what some people will call a spell um, afterwards for X amount of days. So I have to gather up my supplies and do all these things, or depending on what I have to do, I may have to order some stuff, case in point. So will have to do a working on top of the healing that I just did for you. And things like that. So my spirits will tell me, hey, this healing will work, or yes, this person needs a healing, but it won't work because A, they're going to keep opening doors. B, they don't believe in the work you're going to do. So what's the point? If someone doesn't believe in their root work, what would be the point of me doing something if you don't believe in it? So it's like your negative thoughts are going to block what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's like something we have to work together. You have to have faith in your worker, and you have to let the work work. 3, you may have someone who may be obsessive, and my spirits will be like, yeah, you'll do the work for them, and yeah, it'll work, but they're going to be like harassing you 24/7. And when I was starting out, I had made the mistake of working with someone against my better judgment, and the spirits were like, and this person became obsessive, and they were kind of like stalking me, and I had to block them. And case in point is why I have the thing of, I will read you first, see what my spirits have to say, and then my spirits are like, yes, this is the green light, yes, they need this work done, and yes, you can perform that work for said person. I need to know that that person's willing to do their part. So there might be spiritual baths that you might have to take while I'm doing your work, certain prayers you might have to say while I'm doing my part here, you're doing certain things over there, or there might be set offerings that might have to, there might be certain requisites, certain things that you're going to do on your half, and we're going to work together and get those spiritual blockages out, and for the most part, I've had success stories with my rituals and healings for the most part. They do work. It might take some time for, take some right away you see results, might take a little bit depending on, or there might be other parts to it, and et cetera, et cetera. So yes, so yes, you can know that you need something done. You can get a consultation from someone you trust. Okay, you know you may know that you need a ritual because, let's say, you're having problems with another person. I've had to do rituals sometimes on people that are couples or family members, that they brought their significant others or a family member for me to do a ritual on that person because they're having problems in that relationship that just seems unnatural, right? and things like that. So you would know if you need a ritual done. I don't feel like anyone should tell, like, if, for example, you should also be careful of people that want to scam you, because in my experience, a person knows when they need a ritual. They know when all their doors are closed. They know when they might feel an entity, a negative entity. That is a sign that you need a ritual done. If you feel like there's something heavy in your home, you feel like something's watching you, you're getting weird episodes of sleep paralysis, but they have like no explanation, because like it doesn't seem like symptoms of a sleep paralysis, and you're having these forces literally attacking you. I mean, I've seen things where doors are closing by themselves, but there's no, the windows are closed, there's no wind. People hearing voices, they've gone to psychiatrists, they're saying there's nothing wrong with them, they're taking medication, the medications are not working. There is a such thing as a spirit possession, whether you want to believe that or not. That's, you don't have to, but I've seen things, and I've seen it. And you've tried everything. You've gone to church, you've taken medication, you've seen a therapist, and it just seems like everything you've tried in the regular mundane world just doesn't work. And you just feel like there's entities that are harmful around you. That's where someone like me will step in, and we'll do a ritual, and we'll do healings. I've had those situations as well. I've done like house blessings. I've done, exorcism. I do perform exorcisms on people. I've done that. I grew up doing that. I've seen that my whole life. Um, Again, I've seen people possessed by ancestors, but I've also seen people possessed by very harmful spirits. And I have the gift of exorcising those spirits out, and healing. And some people might need a healing because they might need a soul retrieval. So they had a traumatic experience, and they just want to move on spiritually. And so we go back into a regression, visualization healing, where you're going back to that time period, and you might need a spiritual operation. You might need that part of your soul back to you. Cord cuttings, I've done those kind of rituals where you have attachments to some very not helpful things, feelings that are holding you back, memories that are holding you back, energies that are holding you back. You might need a ritual because you just need a chakra clearing, chakra balance. So something is feeling out of whack. So I will do a crystal healing to balance your chakras. You might need a past life healing. Maybe some of your past life is affecting your current situation now. So just a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of healings that and rituals that I do, calling back your twin flame, just to name a few. You might need a healing through the ancestors. I work with my ancestors, and through my ancestors, I will perform the healing, or through the angels that I work with. So it depends on your type of healing. But again, I that is determined by a client coming to me and asking me if, like, I feel like I need a healing done. And I would tell them, let's book a session before you invest that money and time. Let's see if you actually need it, because sometimes the ritual that you may need, and I have found this 9 times out of 10, you may just need to perform a spiritual bath on yourself. And in that consultation, I would tell you to do that. They might be things you may be able to do yourself, and you might not even need to have me do it for you. And I like to empower my clients in that way too. If it's a situation that you can actually control yourself, um, and there's things that you can do for yourself, I will tell you that in a consultation. I've done that many times, but there are times that um, that person needs extra help. And so that's when I will step in and do a healing. But it's always after a consultation, and it's always with the permission of the spirits, because the spirits are the ones that are gonna use me to do the work. They're gonna do it through me, but it's the spirits that are doing the work behind the scenes. I really believe that. And yeah, but I've seen a lot of times And this is the part I don't like. You do have to be careful who you ask about that, because there are a lot of people that would try to take advantage and use fear tactics to get said clients to pay for healings at outrageous prices. I've seen people do things like, oh, if you don't pay for this healing, you're going to leave my office and get hit by a car. If you don't do said healing, such and such is going to die of this disease or whatever. And they scam people out of their life savings and thousands of dollars, and just play on the fear. And like I always tell my clients, they ask me, I'll tell you the answer to it. But I always say, even when I feel like someone needs a healing, I say, just do it when you have the money, and you could do this and this until you get that, and that kind of thing. I don't pressure anybody to do that, because people have bills to pay, and just like I have bills to pay. And I just don't feel it's very ethical to try to like scare somebody into doing something. You know what I mean? Like, that's not right. um there are people that genuinely need that stuff, and if they do it, I would perform it to the best of my abilities, and we'll work together, and I will help that person get their roads open, or remove negative energies, or bless their home, or help them to draw in money, or whatever the case may be that the healing requires, right? Or heal a relationship, or those kind of things. But I never use fear tactics. I don't make a person feel like, oh, if you don't do this, your life, just you're just gonna die, and you're just gonna do all these things. And so while I do believe that rituals are real, and there are people that have that gift, and there are real shamans, and there are real curanderas and healers and witches and brujas and people in the healing spiritual field, there's also a lot of people that scam people. So you just have to know, keep your eyes open, and if something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. So at the end of the day, like, you always have the power to say no. Um, but like I said, when it comes to me, I do psychic readings all day. I don't perform rituals on everybody. One, because most of the time you don't really need it. There's things you can do and remedies that I can teach you through a consultation that you can do. And two, if there is something more that's needed and that's determined in the consultation, I will tell you everything. I will tell you there's no hidden cost. Like, this is what it is. This is what I'm going to do. And it will be explained to you. But it's always up to the person if they want to proceed. Um, because that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm here to give guidance, and I'm here to heal, and I'm here to help. But I'm not here to hurt, and I'm not here to pressure, and I'm not here to take advantage. And you just have to make sure that if you're going to hire a root worker or a spiritual advisor, that is someone who's ethical and has your best interest at heart. And yes, while it is a business and you charge and all those things, there still has to be a level of care and respect that goes into this, because these are people that are coming to you with problems, that are coming to you for help, and you owe it to that person to do the best of your abilities to help them, and to not exploit or take advantage of. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's why I started off in a psychic hotline, and I haven't been on in like 5 months. Yes, it's because I'm doing my own business, but part of it is because there were certain things that were going on, that I saw with other readers, and I saw the exploitation, and it made me sad. And I try to be the most ethical reader on there, but it was just a very negative environment. And I had people come to me that, I mean, they had given their life savings to some of these people with no results. There's like a orb, I feel like, traveling around. I have spirits all the time, so if you see that in the camera, it's okay. But yeah, so it's like I saw people, they literally giving their life savings, and like, saw no results. been lied to and cheated, and it was getting harder and harder to hear these stories, and I just had to take a break from that. So I may return in the future because I have a lot of beautiful clients on there that, you know, you're not allowed to advertise yourself. So like they don't even know I'm doing my own thing. And I feel like I left a lot of wonderful people behind. Most have found me, but still. Um, but I just needed to take a mental break from it because it's just such like negative energies and it was draining. So, but yes, that's all I really have to say about this video is, you know, deep down in your heart, if you need a ritual performed, you know, 9 times out of 10, when someone needs a ritual performed, they know they need one performed. It's like I'll do a consultation and they're like, I knew it anyways, because they're the ones asking me. I feel like I need a ritual. I just want you to check. You know what I mean? But it's like they know that they need one. Does that make sense? It's not like I'm just reading you. Yes, you need this ritual done. You know, a person knows. A person knows. I feel like deep down inside, the simplest answer to that question would be deep down in your heart, you know that you need a ritual, or you know that you need some type of spell work or something like that. Um, and yeah, so much love, light, and blessings. Thank you if you stood watching this video. Um, I appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe and comment below. Love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. Bye, guys.